great thing. What a great thing to confess together, at this part of our journey together. As I think we've all been on the road enough by now to know that Jesus is worth our lives. And so we bring him more than a song tonight. We bring him more than just even a gift for a hospital tonight. Anybody ready to give him your life tonight and say, Jesus, it's me. It's me. I surrender. You guys can have a seat here in Toyota. I think the other arenas sit down first. I've noticed the way it works. So you guys probably already sat down in Infinite and Phillips. Beautiful night in Houston, Texas. Beautiful night in the Toyota Center. Mr. Matt Redmond and Christy Knuckles have been leading in this place tonight. Just been absolutely on fire. And I know Mr. Tomlin's leading also tonight. I know that's just been phenomenal, an amazing passion band. That was Jimmy Cravity, guy that's part of our church at Passion City, just introducing to you right there with that song. So excited about what that song is really all about, and beautiful for us to be able to be linked together, singing it together. Somebody said, it's a little awkward when we're all singing and it's coming from another place. I'm like, I don't think it's awkward. I think it's amazing. If I can put a band in my ears from my phone, they're not in the plane with me, and I can jam out with them. I can certainly sing with 40,000 other people like me who are linked together through this fiber optic miracle tonight. And it's just been amazing. I won't bore you with the details, but I will tell you that I've lived a long time. That's obvious. And I've been blessed by God to see a lot of things in my life. But today's been an extraordinary day for me. To be able to stand in the middle of each of these arenas and to sense what God is doing and to know that we're on the brink of something large. These moments are woven together by the Spirit of God, and you don't even have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. Even by now, you say, boy, their planning must have been extraordinary, because all these speakers and all these messages are just all weaving together. And I wish I could tell you that we were that smart. I just tell you that we're that dependent on the Spirit of God, and he is weaving something so tight. And we've got a lot of weaving to do. We've got a lot of weaving to do. We're nowhere near the finish line. And it's just beautiful to think what God is doing. I want to thank you for leaning in with us. I know it was a short ramp. People say, don't ask university-age young people for money. A, if you do, make sure you tell them what's in it for them. B, if you're crazy enough to do it, C, give them a lot of time to think about it and come up with the resources. So to start this afternoon and for you to give tonight, 6 hours later, is not really that good of an idea, but that's how it needed to work today. So thank you for leaning in and helping us. And I just want to encourage all you guys watching on the stream, check this out. As of right now, 147 different nations are watching Passion 2016, what we're a part of right now. Tens and tens and tens of thousands of people from all over the world are leaning in, which is awesome. But I just want to take 2 seconds and say to all you people leaning in, we're really happy that you're with us, but being with us means building a hospital with us. So it doesn't matter where you are, if you're in Iowa tonight or if you're in some crazy place, like Great Britain tonight, you can figure out there's a link right next to what you're watching right now that talks about our opportunity to build this hospital. And I want everybody to come along with us in this journey. So when we've been saying we have that opportunity, and you're in your dorm room, in your apartment, in your living room, wherever you are watching, that was a collective we. So help us do that tonight, and it will make all of us be able to rejoice more in the outcome that we're going to be able to hear about tomorrow. which will be beautiful. If you're texting, it's possible that the system, depending on what arena you're in, didn't work immediately. So if you sent that initial text, you may get one back at 11:30 tonight. And when you get it back, just follow the instructions and give. You can text that number to that number anytime tonight. So if a lot of times you get this many people in one space and the system just won't handle that. So if it didn't handle your text in some way, don't worry. You can just keep doing that all night long. Thank you so much for being a part of that. And I just want to remind you, because I love that song. It's the only time we're probably going to hear that song at Passion 2016. And I love the fact that we've all moved around. I love everything about it. But there are some different things about it, meaning that we didn't all take that one arc musically from beginning to end. So a few of the songs will come by and you'll be like, man, I love that song, but then you won't hear it again. And so that's the beauty of having the Passion album, Salvation's Tide, available right now. So I just want to make sure you know that the best way to experience the fullness of this, not just today, but tomorrow on the way home, usually you're in the van singing all the songs from Passion on the way home, but this time you can actually be just cranking all the songs as you sing them on the way home. And there's some that you haven't even heard yet, because that person or persons haven't made it to Toyota Center yet. But Salvation's Tide, just make sure you jump on and get a hold of that before the day's over. I'm going to introduce someone I'm so excited about being here. By the way, I just want to tell you, Toyota Center has been phenomenal. I just absolutely love looking around in this place tonight. We're not going to give equal time to the other arenas right now. That was sufficient, I think, for all of Passion 2016. And I won't bore you with all the history, but I know Chris probably wants to say this, and she's going to be mad if I do. But one of her close friends in life is here with her tonight to support her. And we were just talking a minute ago, because Shelly, myself, just a few of our team that are here actually in these three arenas, and this person were 3 hours from here 19 years ago. 19 years ago on this day, 3 hours from here, Passion was born. And it was born not in an arena, because we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, there wasn't even an internet to have a website on. I know, you'll have to think about that later after your community group's over. No one had a cell phone to text or call someone instantly. There was no Twitter, there was no Instagram, there was no Snapchat. There was the mail, the US mail. I know some of you are like, I remember that. Yeah, those were great days. And if you wanted to come to this thing called Passion 97, you had to get something in the mail from us, and then you had to send something to us in the mail from you and tell us you were coming. And we had no idea, except we were on fire with vision from God for a generation of people and the millions of students in this nation who don't know Jesus. And 19 years ago on this same day, 3 hours from right in this spot where we are right now in Houston, 2,000 college students came together to set their hearts toward what it would mean to live for the glory of God. That's about as many people as are sitting on the floor in this room right now. And 19 years later, and countless arenas later, and hundreds of campuses later, multiple states in America later, and 16 nations around the world later, in stadiums later, we're seeing the fruit of a God idea. And I loved it that Beth was there on day one. And so Beth, I'm just glad that you came tonight. We just want to tell you how much we love you, and we're so glad you're in the building right now. This is Beth Moore right over there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I know you were going to do that. I like that people just drop in. You know, I haven't had much time to be on social media today, but I saw one tweet that said, an awkward moment when Louie called KB Lecrae. And the more awkward moment is that Lecrae was actually at Phillips Arena and with Tripp in the song right before all the guys linked up together. So when I was thanking KB and Tripp and Lecrae and Tadashi, turns out Lecrae actually was there, so it wasn't quite as awkward. But I just love that what that means is people are coming through the door because they just don't want to miss what God's doing in your generation. And so just coming down the hallway at Phillips today, I was like, oh, what's up, Lecrae? He's like, man, I didn't want to miss this. I'm like, no kidding. Because we're not just at something, we're really standing in a supernatural moment in time. And in supernatural moments in time, there's no one I can think of better than a tsunami for Jesus to come and open his word and to be the vessel by which God really sets our hearts ablaze even more than they already are today. So to start a day with John Piper, that's a good idea. To have Ravi Zacharias come after that, and that's a good idea. To introduce a lot of you to Levi Lesko and to let him share that story. What an amazing idea. And then to have Chris Kane come and sort of just breathe on it all. So can you guys give a big welcome from Phillips and from Infinite and from Toyota Center to Christine Kane. She's going to come